honor itself to honor this beautiful audience. Thanks a lot. Thank you and gratitude for taking out time to be present here. Thanks for your prized time. To evoke the feelings of patriotism, I now request everyone to please stand up on their places for a national anthem. Jai. Thank you so much, audience. It's our holy tradition to worship our goddess Saraswati before any important event. Chanting the Saraswati Vandana mantra is believed to remove all the obstacles to success in one's education and career. So let's dedicate a prayer to Ma Saraswati. I request the HRIA committee to please come and do the honor of lighting the lamp and Saraswati Pujan. Thank you so much, all dignitaries. I now request Mr. Ashwin to please come forward and introduce the HRIA and also welcome the committee.
A very, very warm welcome from HR Infotech Association of Pune as well as Keystone School of Engineering on this event where we have the esteemed panelists out here to have a discussion around mentorship. I'm just going to quickly run through a couple of slides to let you know more about HRI, how it was institutionalized, How long have you been conducting these kind of workshops, networking, just so that more people get to know each other and more people are able to benefit from the huge experience of HR fraternity across different cities and globe. Formed over 25 years ago, HRI was established by a few gentlemen trying to get a couple of people together to talk more about HR topics, and then registered as a trust about 21 years ago. Today we can proudly say that we've connected more than 25,000 HR professionals all across the country in terms of interacting and knowing more about topics around HR. Key points, we are not for profit. We are completely supported by members and sponsors. We publicize our events quite a bit, so if for those of you who couldn't make it, do pass on the event details next time when you get through it so that more people can benefit. This is probably the only one that focuses on HR professionals from IT and ITS industry only. And of course, the topics generally are around, centered around, more around the HR topics which are relevant as of date per se. Founded by Shyam, Kishore and Vijay. The current managing trustees are Reema, Shyam, Praveen, Bali and Anand Dhruv. This is a combination of both Pune and the Mumbai chapter. The current president for Pune is Sachin and for Mumbai is Ravi Nambudri, and the other members listed out there. That's the present leadership team for HR Infotech Association Pune wing. Sachin is the president, Swati is the secretary or the vice president, Niloy is the treasurer. He has all the money that we probably end up spending on events like these. Bali has been a past president and a POI for HRI for a long period of time, currently with BNY. I've been associated for a very long period of time as well as past president and POI of HRA as well. Abhijit, he was the one who was the past president of the immediate past president for last year. Sandeep Ingle, he's a part of the management committee and the director for HRI, currently with Ideas to Impact. Karan Rajpal, who's also a director with HRI, he's the AVP for HR in Coforge. Suchita Singh Basu, who's also the managing committee and the director for HRA, and Dhara Shah. You can be individual members of HR Infotech Association, both Pune and Mumbai chapters, or you could have your corporates, companies sponsor as a corporate member. Some of the names for past and present are listed out here. You're encouraged to meet the treasurer in case you are interested in for membership. What's in it for you in terms of why should you become members for HR Infotech? One, of course, are gathering like these where you get to hear esteemed guests, speakers, get to interact and network with your own fraternity folks that you probably never would get a chance to meet. We do multiple events in a year, including half-day workshops on weekends so that people can attend, including a couple of outbound activities as well, which are overnight stay close by so that we can interact more. A few glimpses of our past events. This is the recent ones in the last about 3 to 6 months. Some of the folks, the speakers, esteemed panelists out here, as I could see Milan, who's been gracious to join us today as well. We had Mentorship talking about happy leadership in our last connect for those who were not able to make it. He's been with us for a very long period of time, Mentorship as well. For those who missed the pictures that were running in while you were entering, and just a recap of those quickly. But you can see the diverse subjects that we kind of touch upon to ensure that all of us benefit as much as we can. This is also those who think it's a lot of fun. So for those who feel it's a lot of fun, can join us as well. Thank you. I hope that was short enough to grab your attention. You can reach us through any of us out here or through various social media links that you can see out here. Thank you, everybody, and have a pleasant and interactive evening with us. Thank you. Can I invite Vivi on the stage?
Thank you, Ashwin. To give the introduction of our Keystone School of Engineering, I will now welcome on dais the youngest person in this audience. He is aged 71 years. He graduated from BITS Pilani in 1972, when we all were probably not born, or maybe we were toddlers. He pursued his education at FMS Delhi. He started his career with Premier Automobiles and extended his journey with Mahindra & Mahindra and Greaves Cotton and so on. He was responsible for bringing Honda Corp with partnership of Hero Group to India in 1984 up to the launch of the first vehicle from Hero Honda Group, that is CD100. He was the country head for Meritor, a US company. He has over 35 years of experience handling dream projects and managing a 500 crores company and acquiring pearls of wisdom. He decided to contribute to the new generation and joined Keystone School of Engineering in 2014 as Dean for Industrial Relationships. My dear audience, please join hands, big round of applause for Bharat Bhushan Sood sir to give the introduction for Keystone School of Engineering.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Bharat Bhushan, and I graduated from BITS Pilani in 72. And to brief you, I had a very good, I can say, the classmates like Baba Kalyani, Pratap Pawar, and ex-Chief Minister of Maharashtra. We were all together in BITS Pilani. That's all. And then, now come back to the subject. That time management education was not as good, but I did my MBA from FMS Delhi and joined Fiat Group in Bombay, and Premier Automobile was one of the company where I spent my almost 8 to 10 years turning the company around. Now, that's a past. Now let me introduce to you Keystone School of Engineering, which is started in 2012 with the purpose of making the students as engineers. Let me make it very clear. We don't believe in numbers. We believe that we have to make them real good engineers. And for this purpose, we started our journey in a different way. In 2014, we started our partnership with industries, and all my students were trained in the different companies like Carraro, then Tata Motors, and all these companies trained the students from 2014 onwards. Today, we have a strong connection with the industry with more than 1,000 companies with us. Then, we also did another partnership with the industries in 2016, where we started a different type of mentorship, in the sense industry will select the students and issue them the appointment letters, and students will be trained as per the industry requirements. And I'm happy to announce my first batch students reached Japan in 2016, 17, 18. And that's a big achievement for an institute which is a first batch was graduating. And today, we have almost 1,000 alumni, and you name the company and they have been there. I don't think we have left out any company in India, any major company. And let me brief you other way. All this has been possible with the support from Mr. Soman and other promoters, without which it would not have been just possible. And even today, you can see them teaching the students in the campus. And this is one of the biggest achievements for them. Each and every student they know, and they act as a parent for the students when they are in the campus. And I can tell you, the next vision for us will be, say 10 years from today, will be 3,000 to 4,000 strong community with the post-graduations and doctorates, this thing. We are also talking to some other foreign universities to offer their courses in India through Keystone School of Engineering. Another 1 year to materialize. And then we can offer you the students from foreign universities as well as Indian universities. And I'm sure this institute will go places and will be one of the best institutes in the country in the coming future. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. To add to what Sood sir has said, as you all know, one of our college director, Yashodan Soman sir, have experience of 38 years. 24/7 he is on working, or he is engaged with how to develop the student's career. His focus is on holistic development of students. The backbone of any educational institute is teachers. And we are extremely happy to have a positive and well-qualified teaching staff with an average of 15 years of experience. Our college has a state-of-art infrastructure. The college not only focuses on academics, but encourages a lot of curricular and extracurricular activities. After the COVID-19 norms were uplifted, the college organized a project exhibition. And we received an overwhelming response of 155 projects made by the students. It was very difficult for us to select only 67 projects from that. And we really had a very good exhibition of it. And the students were literally waiting to exhibit their projects, their work, and their studies. And when it comes to celebrations, the students' committees, with the teachers' guidance, celebrate national festivals and days with great enthusiasm, pomp, and show. Innovation and pragmatic thinking about education is always our forte. To bridge the gap between the industry and institute, a lot of activities like industrial visits, trainings, software courses, and so on are planned ongoingly. Industrial mentorship program is also one such great concept that we are putting forward for the career development of the students. Social awareness and social responsibilities, values, ethics, morals, and code of conduct, all these are imparted on our students, which help them to become a model citizen, Indian model citizen. That was the introduction of our college, Keystone School of Engineering, a lovely place to get education. Now I call upon Sachin to please introduce the HRI members. Sorry, I call upon Sachin to introduce the panelists. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Sachin Tavade, the current president of HRI Pune chapter, and on behalf of the HRI committee, Keystone Engineering School, I would like to welcome you again for this lovely evening. And I'm very thankful to Professor Yashodan Soman sir and Baliram to make this happen. Thank you all. So I'm here to introduce you to the panelist, Mr. Srikanth Sharda. Srikanth is the managing director in Accenture, a $60 billion company, employing more than 7 lakhs employees, serving clients of 120 countries. He is an authority on the new age transformative technologies. He has worked on 4 patents in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning and data analytics, which has helped him to get a better understanding of the vast potential of these technologies. Outside his professional work, Srikanth is involved in mentoring and coaching new age startup companies. He is working with Maharashtra Knowledge Corporation Limited and mentoring first generation small entrepreneurs. He is working with Venture Center, National Chemical Laboratory backed incubation center to mentor startups identified by the Samriddha program, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. He is also a charter member of the Indus Entrepreneur TIE Pune Networking. He is mentor of change for Government of India's Atal Innovation. mission covering Atal Thinking Labs and Atal Incubation Centers. He is a certified independent director, and also more than 350 aspiring board members and senior industry leaders across different industries have benefited by his training program on the board members on ways to leverage technology and business. He is an academic advisor for MIT ADT University. He is also a board member of directors in Rotary Club, Pune Central, focused on collaborating the various government and social organizations. He was also recently recognized by none other than our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, for his active involvement in India's fight against COVID through vaccination drives. He is actively involved in social work at various levels. This is something that he is very passionate about. So I welcome Srikanth sir. Thank you. And I will request Niloy to introduce to the next panelist.
Thank you, Sachin. Hello, everyone, and good evening to everyone. I would like to introduce Dr. Vishwanath Joshi, who leads human resources at Hexaware as CPO, Chief People Officer. Prior to taking up this role, Dr. Joshi was leading the Practice of Journey program at Great Place to Work, India, a culture recognition and transformation organization based in Mumbai, India. Vijay, we call it Vijay Vishwanath Joshi, sir. So Vijay is a postgraduate in human resource management from Pune University and has a PhD in management and OD from Academy, HRD. His PhD thesis explored how IT professionals in India experience their career and used a unique approach of phenomenology to uncover this theme. During this course of his career, spanning more than 20 years, Vijay has worked with top global IT consulting organizations and some of the biggest and most recognized names in business in generalist and specialist roles. His professional career has been a unique combination of corporate roles, consulting, academics, and research. In his last role at Great Place to Work Institute, he was involved in designing and delivering organization culture building and employee engagement interventions for medium to large organizations across different sectors. True to his academic pursuits, Vijay has published and presented several papers in areas of innovation, customer centricity, strategic leadership, career management, and creating high-performance organization in national and international journals. On the personal front, Vijay enjoys traveling and cooking. Apart from a splendid time with his 15-year-old daughter, his wife Aruna is an experienced accountant and a fellow of Life Insurance Corporation of India. So welcome to you, sir. Thank you. I would like to also invite Karan. Thank you.
Good evening and a warm welcome to all. I would like to introduce to you Anche Boyer, an individual who's completed over 30 years as a senior leader in the agrochemical industry, who completed her master's in business administration from Johann Wolfgang Goethe University in Frankfurt. Since 2018, she's completed her certifications in Global Disc Certified as a Global Disc Certified Coach in 2022, EMCC Team Coach and a Practitioner Level 1 in 2021, EMCC Team Coach and Foundation Level in 2020, Gallup Certified Strength Coach in 2020, 2018, Value March Spiral Dynamics Integral Level 1 training in 2019. These are just a few of courses that you would have completed over the past, 5 years only? Yeah, I mean, and in these, and I believe greater than 1,200 people have had the opportunity to get trained with you globally. She's also delivered programs in Allianz Technology India, CRIF Switzerland, Goethe Institute, Max Muller Bhavan Pune, Hirschvogel Components India Private Limited, HB Fuller, IBM India, Kendrian, Intalk India, KFW Bank Indonesia, OYO, Red Bull India, Sakata Seeds North America, Syngenta Services India, Thrive with Mentoring Association, UNDP Indonesia, and a lot more. She's also a member of the board of Thrive with Mentoring Association, a global organization facilitating mentoring and relationships from women to women. And she, above all, is a regenerative farmer outside of Pune, India. Thank you so much, Ansha, for gracing the occasion. I'd like to invite Abhijit to take over.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is awake still. It's dark outside. This is the first time that we are having our HRI event outdoors for an evening session. Is everyone awake? Can I hear some noise? Thank you. Okay, so I would like to introduce our next panelist, without whose support this session would have been not possible. Mr. Soman sir. He has been in the industry for almost 32 years and under the technical education under various capabilities. He has been worked as a member of Academic Council, University of Pune, Chairman, Board of State Studies, Chemical Engineering, University of Pune, also been member of Engineering on University of Pune faculty. He has worked as a Assistant Director, Central Assessment Program, and currently he is heading the Keystone School of Engineering. And there are very few words which I can explain about him. There is starting an institution, starting an engineering institution specifically, and this stage, it needs a lot of courage, lot of patience, and lot of determination. And that's what is our Soman sir over here today. We welcome you, Soman sir. Okay, so the session always has a panelist and there is a moderator who moderates the session. And today's moderator is none other than one of our very elite members of HRIA, Mr. Baliram Utkegar. Baliram has been in the industry for almost 2+ decades, and he's been a phenomenal HR leader, engineer, and also has been one of the past presidents, chairman of HRI board committee. He has been working with BNY Mellon right now as a Vice President HR and worked with Persistent, Mindtree, and multiple other organizations in the past. Baliram has been a phenomenal person as well as a leader in the HR fraternity, got a lot of awards, and has been a very key member for HRI's growth over here. Welcome, Mr. Baliram. Round of applause for all our panelists and our moderator. I would like to hand over the session to Baliram now to start the session. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, team. This is possible only because of support of all of you. And we were thinking a lot what kind of program we should do and what topic we should pick up. But this is a topic which we freezed finally because it's a need of the hour. And mentorship, connecting the dot, is something we were thinking. And then we were thinking about even speakers. Should we go with single speaker? Should we go with more? And then we again thought, our audience, they need a lot of learnings, okay? And from that perspective, instead of learning from one leader, can we have multiple leaders? And that's the reason we arranged this panel discussion. So thank you so much, panelists, for joining this evening. And I can see wonderful audience as well. They're excited to know from all of you, okay? So we have some specific questions. I don't want to call out your names and ask these questions, but I would like to keep it very generic and would like to understand from all of you, would like to understand from you about your journey so far and what really made you to reach to this level so far, because all of you are reached to such an extreme level, and from audience also they are really keen to know how you achieved that. At the same time, we can touch base a little bit about this theme as well, how even mentorship also helped in your own career to build your career at this level? If any one of you can pick up and one by one you can go ahead and would like to understand in detail. Ladies first. Oh.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, first thing I have to say, I think after Sood, sir, I'm the second youngest person here today. Might not look like it. And my bio was the shortest because I'm a German national and we tend to be straight to the point. Of course, I did a lot more than was shared on my bio. I'm very, very honored to be here today with you. My career started 1988 in Basel, or in Germany, and I worked for several, I would say, companies that all emerged from one company for over 30 years. 10 years ago, I came to India, to Pune, to build up a captive service center for this company, Syngenta. And I actually spent all of my career, my corporate career, working on the cusp between technology and the business. So I was usually the person consulting, advising the business how to implement technical solutions. So I was never a real techie, but I was kind of the consultant in between. So I'm very well acquainted with the problems you're all facing. After 30 years, the company went through great change, and I left, and my husband and I decided to come back to India as investors. And I now run a coaching and consulting and training company where I work with many of the kind of service companies, teaching, training, consulting, coaching teams and individuals. And mentoring has been very, very key to both my career and my journey after my corporate career. Because I started to act as a mentor in the early 2000s in the company I used to work for. We had an excellent mentor training program. And I don't even know how many mentees I had in those years, but have very, very fond memories of all these mentoring relationships. These were all high potentials who were supposed to develop into senior positions. After leaving corporate life, I joined the organization Thrive with Mentoring, which is an organization that catalyzes mentoring relationships from senior businesswomen to junior businesswomen. And some of the ladies I see here have participated in that journey already. And I'm still a member of the board of that organization, although I'm not involved in mentoring myself anymore. That's it. Over to the next one.
Okay. Hello. First of all, thanks for having me over here. And when I was hearing Professor Sudarshan Sood, sir, Bharat Bhushan Sood, sir, sorry, I realized that he completed his graduation when I was not even born. So I am looking forward for a lot of learning from him during this interaction in this event. And talking about my journey and how the mentorship has helped. So I'm not from HR background. I have not spent any time in HR. All my experience is what I have experienced, what I'm doing it to my team right now. And my overall journey has been very fulfilling. It's very, very fulfilling. And thanks to the lot of people who have put a lot of hard work in developing me, a lot of trust and confidence that they've shown whenever I was ready to take new challenge. If I had to broadly divide my career into kind of three logical or three kind of areas, is early stage, mid-management, and the senior management role. And the reason I'm doing that one is that each of these stages has a different expectation from mentoring and learning. I still remember now 26, 27 years ago that my first interview for my first job, that time it used to be walk-in interview in Pune. The job was for the experienced engineer, and I was just out of college, no campus. I just walked in, walked in for the interview. My would-be manager asked me, "This is for the experienced person, why you are here?" And I said, "I can learn this technology very quickly." And frankly, I told him very shamelessly that I had nothing to lose. At the most, you will reject me, which is anyway not going to harm me anyway, right? To my surprise, he recruited me. And later I asked him why he selected me over the other people. his response was very simple. He was saying that I was not looking for only technical competency, but I was looking for more than that. I was looking for a positive attitude, and you demonstrated that attitude. So that was my first mentoring experience or learning experience. At that time, of course, I was not aware of term mentoring, but it was learning experience that as a leader, as a mentor, you need to look beyond your technical competency in a person or in a mentee. As I started my journey, I had a lot of ideas as a young professional, a lot of ideas, suggestions, and I used to go to him, my manager, and every time he used to ask me a lot of probing questions, and typically he used to say, okay, let's sleep over it, we will talk after a couple of days. And during these 2-3 days, I used to think about the question that he has asked and say, okay, build my idea. So second lesson that I learned during my early stages is that mentor's job is to not to give answers, but to guide the mentee to find the answer on his own. I had a very enriching experience with him, built a very trusted relationship. As I moved into a mid-management role, the expectation got changed because I was expected to manage a team now, which was different than doing a technical job. Fortunately, I had a very good people, peers and colleagues and managers around me who were selflessly committed for my good or for developing me. I still remember my colleague Rahul, who used to be like a person who is a sponge. I used to go very agitated to him because team was not listening to me or some other problem. And he used to be calmly take all this my agitation and ask very piercing question in a very calm manner. And that used to be sometimes irritating, but it gave me a lot of insight about empathy, about how not to impose your own views on your team members, on our mentees. As I moved to a senior management role, the role got changed. And typically when we become senior, we think that we don't need any mentorship, we know everything in the world. But recently, I took 6 months of mentorship program from a professional mentor, where he has helped me to understand what next and how to come out the so-called rat race in the corporate world, right? So in summary, if I had to summarize how my journey has been, it has been very, very fulfilling. I did a lot of mentoring or got a lot of mentoring consciously or unconsciously, helped me to build a trusted relationship, gave me the importance of empathy, gave me the importance of how to be comfortable with divergent view, how to help juniors, and more importantly, be selfless in delivering value to others.
All right, thank you so much, sir.
So this was several years back when I was on my own, and me along with one of my professors, we used to do a lot of management development programs. And I remember one of those occasions where we were doing a management development program for a company called Larsen & Toubro in their L&T development center in Lonavala. We finished that program, and while we were driving back along with my prof, I was asking him lots of questions about how did he think the program went. And those of you who are from the learning and development, training, facilitation fraternity will know and will empathize with me that generally as a facilitator, you know when the program has bombed, right? You get that sense, you get that feeling, you know from the audience and the spark in their eyes or lack of it that you have been a horrible performer that day. It's almost like performing on a stage. So I was asking him lots of questions while we were driving from Lonavala back to Pune, and he just listened. When we reached his home, he said, Vish, can we meet tomorrow morning at my place for tea? I said, sure, I would love to. So I arrived, and when I entered his flat, there was a large television screen. He used to have the VCR, yeah? And it was organized. There were 2 cushioned chairs, a center table with teapot. He said, come. And I said, Prof, I'm not here to watch a movie, please. Okay? I have something else to take care of in my life. He said, no, we are going to watch a movie, but it'll be interesting. And by that time, I was getting a little irritated as to, at 9 o'clock in the morning, tea is fine, but what is this movie stuff? And the moment he started playing that movie,
I realized it was my session that he had videographed or video recorded from the previous day.
Wow.
And almost about half an hour, 40 minutes, he played that to me. He played that with some specific feedback. He asked me questions, got me to think, reflect, and at the end of it, and that's really why I'm sharing this story with you this evening, at the end of it, I went back more confident, a better facilitator, I thought, with lots of ideas on how I could do better, and I went back feeling good about myself. And that's my first, I'm a little embarrassed as to how late I got this benefit, but that was my first experience of what does it mean to be a mentor. And I can say this with all the confidence and with hand on my heart, that changed my life. Yeah. So my career has been a mix of, as you heard, corporate, consulting, teaching, research, several such examples where I thought that somebody trusted me when I didn't trust myself. And I believe that is the biggest contribution that a mentor can make. It doesn't matter at what age and stage of your life you are, all of us, without exception, can benefit from mentoring and mentors. So.
Awesome. Welcome to this August gathering. I'm Professor Soman. The way in which Abhi introduced myself, it's very difficult to recognize myself. A short introduction, I'm having one of the mentor, who is Pro-Vice Chancellor of Pune University, had just arrived. Can you give him a big hand? Professor Sonavane sir, who is one of my mentor. Coming back to the discussion, my introduction is only one, I am a great teacher. 24/7, I am into teaching and education. It has been carried by generation. My father was a headmaster. I started my journey from Bharati Vidyapit, then with Academic Council, with Sinhagad Institutes, and with grace of God and partnering with some friends, I started this Keystone School of Engineering with merely 60 students. And today we are having 1,000 plus with 90% occupancy. This mentorship role, I perceived it was really making a lot of impact on me. Right from beginning, my father was my first mentor. In the academic, Dr. B.D. Kulkarni, who was my guide, and he was heading National Chemical Laboratory. He was my guide for my PhD work. As he rightly said that there are so many areas where it's rather difficult to trust ourselves. And that is the one area where mentor can believe in you, he can navigate you, he can understand what you can do, what is your true potential, where you are losing your own confidence. Likewise, extending the same, I had one mentor from the education who can say, yes, you are not only a good teacher, but you can become a good educator and you can start your own education institute and you can run this show as a management member. So all these three mentors has contributed a lot to me and I'm really grateful. All of you have come here and given me opportunity to present some of the views. And specifically this person, Baliram, then Ashwin and all the HRI person, I'm really thankful to you. Please, thank you.
Thank you so much to all of you. Let me also quickly add about my journey. And I come from very humble background, from small village in Belgaum. And trust me, when I did my engineering, at that time, person who is just standing in front of me for the counseling admission, because of that person, I took chose the branch. Okay, that kind of mentorship has started. Okay, and after that, life has really given a lot of learnings, in a path. And now I'm, definitely have the proper mentor who comes from IIM Ahmedabad and learned a lot. And typically when we call, how we can take the darkness away from life. So that is really helping for me in terms of health, relationship, financial aspect, spirituality, and even entertainment, all the aspect. And that has helped not only in terms of overall development, but some of the stuffs like, I was the person who was watching television moment I enter in the home, okay? But last 9 years now, I don't watch TV at home at all. We don't have TV. We have a lot of books, okay? And thanks to, again, my mentor, who is guiding on that, how books helps to overall development of person, okay? So that is quick, would like to talk about my journey there. Now, let's move on. I just want to ask some questions to panelists specifically. I would like to ask Dr. Joshi. I know you for quite some time, we have collaborated a lot through Great Place to Work and done amazing work there. I would like to understand specifically of career of individual, how the mentorship, perform the role, how it helps in the career journey of any individual. What are your thoughts about it, if you could just, give some light?
Sure. So three things based on my limited experience, of course. First is, in modern organizations, of course, there is a historical and a mythological context to mentoring. I will not go into that. But when we talk about mentoring in common parlance, in organizational context especially, the most common form of mentoring is career mentoring, where organizations provide opportunities for more experienced people to share their experiences and help younger generation or new joinees or high potential performers to benefit from that experience. So in what I have seen in organizational context, and I will limit to organizational context, there are three fundamental benefits of having a structured, not structured, but really semi-structured, but well-designed mentoring program in any organization. One, you are able to build talent from within the company. Okay? Those of you who like reading must look at this wonderful paper that was written by two professors from Harvard. This was many, many decades back, but still relevant. The paper is called "Don't Buy Your Stars, Make Them." Don't buy your stars, make them. It was written by Professor Ashish Nanda, who was till recently the director of IIM Ahmedabad, but now is at Harvard Law School, and Boris Groysberg, his colleague from Harvard Business School. And the fundamental idea that they were propagating in that paper through their research was how mentoring can be an extremely powerful development tool in organizations, provided you give it what it deserves. It doesn't happen automatically. Okay? So one is developing talent from within. Second is you actually end up, in the process, you end up creating a culture of learning. Because in today's context, a large part of learning is still associated with classroom programs or training programs. But I'm sure each one of us will agree, and your experience will also tell you, that a large part of learning actually happens through conversations, through interactions, through connections, through networks. And that's exactly what a good mentor does. He or she enables your learning by ensuring that you're connected to his or her network, learning through conversations. So the second advantage of mentoring is developing that culture of learning. Okay? And I can tell you this, I've been learning and development myself. Learning is not an automatic process in any organization. Automatically what happens in any organization is work, deliveries, as we call it in the IT language. So the second benefit definitely is developing a learning culture. And I'll give you the third benefit, which honestly I didn't realize till recently, that mentoring is also for mentors. It's not just for mentees. In the process, and I'm sure all of you have played the role of mentors, and I'm sure Anjay will also agree with me, that mentors benefit a lot from mentoring others, because that helps mentors in two ways. One, learning themselves, because they need to keep themselves updated, and that's such an important aspect of having experienced people in the organization. And the second is mentors are at some stage of their life also craving that somebody comes to them and seeks out their experience and wisdom. And organizations which can create these platforms for experienced people actually benefit from that experience, not just the mentees, but also the mentors. So these are the three advantages in my experience which any good mentoring program offers.
Perfect. Super. I think with that thought, I would like to go back to Angie and would like to understand how overall, and you have that wide experience from global leadership perspective as well, how it happens at various regions. I would like to understand overall the structure and mentoring process, and with some example and how that will be beneficial to mentees as well as mentor.
Yeah, so if you want to start a mentoring program in your organization, the first thing you need is a mentoring program manager. Now that doesn't have to be a dedicated position, but it has to be a role. Because to create and build up a mentoring program, there's a lot of coordination and a lot of process steps required. Now, every mentoring program, every good mentoring program should have something like a standard outline. What it starts with, what you want to cover during the mentoring program, how many sessions you envisage the mentor and the mentee to have, a feedback mechanism for the mentee on the mentor and reverse, and a closing ceremony of some sorts. Now you will want to take a decision, is your mentoring program purely at the level of the involved individuals, or are you going to convert it into a community building event? Because if you want to, you can even have certain community events during your mentoring program. You can bring together all your mentors for a mentor exchange, your mentees for a mentee exchange. You can have networking events, you name it. I mean, you can go on for endless. The other thing that is very, very important is a clear target setting process at the beginning between mentor and mentee, which the feedback can later relate to. Now, I could go on for a long time about this, but what I also want to say, if you have not done a mentoring program before, don't let yourself be shied away by what I've just told you. I would always say it's better to start, even if your first round is unstructured and you don't educate your mentors. The most important thing is the pairing between the mentor and the mentee. And you need to give both the mentor and the mentee the choice to say, chemistry between us is not working, I need a different one. Yeah? You cannot enforce a mentoring relationship on anyone. Okay, I think that for a start is good enough.
Perfect. Thank you so much for expressing it. And we would like to involve even audience here. And in parallel, my request to my team to just show one of the link to get involved. We will try to see, your involvement, your views on some of these questions. So, but before we go there, probably team can in parallel, they can display the link which you can note and you can, use it for some of the answers. Okay, let me go back to Shrikant. Shrikant, he comes from business, and typically when it comes to HR and business, we always feel that, who owns what, and, a lot of argument happen on that front. And, finally, it's a business we need to run together. But Shrikant, I would like to understand, what do you think a mentor has to gain from engaging in the process of mentoring?
Great question, and great question from a business and HR point of view, because I truly believe that mentoring is a two-way process where mentee learns from mentor, but more importantly, mentor learns a lot from mentee as well. Because that's a trusted relationship, as Ante mentioned. It cannot enforce the relationship on mentee, but it's a trusted relationship, it's a two-way communication. What I have observed in my own personal experience about doing mentoring and with other people that I have seen doing mentoring, mentoring is kind of giving it paying it forward for the mentors, so that to build the next level of leadership team. And mentors learn a lot in terms of improving their active listening skills. Most of the mentors, just because we are mentors, sometimes we don't listen, but improving the active listening skills, improving their empathy, building that trusted relationship, which requires time, and also kind of helping them to understand what kind of expectation of the mentors, mentees, especially the next generation of the millennials employees. They have a completely different expectation from organizations, from the mentor, and mentors learn a lot about how the next generation is thinking and how to work with them so that they become a growth engine and not just an obstacle. From a company's point of view, they can learn a lot about how to drive the corporate culture of mentorship and collaboration, especially when we are in now, most of the IT companies are in a hybrid way of working. How do you drive that culture? Mentoring can be a good enabler for that. And mentoring can also help kind of understand the new generation, next generation's expectation, and how to kind of engage them and do the employee retention for that. So a lot to learn from mentors in the two-way street.
Awesome. I think that's great to know from Srikanth. Yeah.
So I just want to give you one very interesting example. One of my consulting engagements, and Karan is here, he knows it. I was doing some consulting work when I was at Great Place to Work for HSBC Technology. And one of the managers in that company had his own way of doing it. Okay, what did he do was very interesting. He had about 27, 28 members in his team, okay, about 7, 8 senior people. And then that team was growing, they were hiring people. What he did was very interesting. He said, look, I want people to benefit from these 7, 8 people who are experienced in my team. But I don't know whether if I leave it to them, it will happen. So he designed it. Okay. Yeah. How did he design it? He got each of their team members on a one-on-one. And he actually took me through that small slide. One slide dedicated to one person. So he captured some information there. And that information was in form of 3 circles. Okay? One circle was, what are you good at? Your talent. Okay? Second, what do you love the most? What's your passion? And the third circle was some comments on if both these meet in that person's role, where can he or she make a contribution and get paid for it? Each person, he dedicated one slide with what are you good at, your talent, what do you love doing, your passion, and where are the possible roles, opportunities, what kind of work, projects can you do? And this information became the basis for these 7, 8 people to do this matching. To say, hey, I can really help this person because he's really good at it. You know, I can help him get good at it. Or I can actually help the person understand something and develop passion in it. I can help this person understand in this organization or in this segment of business what roles the person can play. And when I looked back at this practice after about 7, 8 months, and I met this manager on one of the, in the cafeteria, he was telling me that this practice that he started in his team with about 28 people now has spread to more than 10, 15 teams in the unit. And in that year, which was about 3, 4 years back, where the technology that he was working on was like a hot cake in the market, he had 0 attrition. 0 attrition. Wow. Okay. So this is some indication that if you can create a forum or a practice within your team where people truly believe that they are being enabled through some process like this, they actually want to work there for longer and give their best. Yeah. So just as one example of how this works on the ground.
Amazing. I mean, in fact, I was thinking last week while giving the tagline to this mentorship, should we, make it like enable the hidden talent, okay, or trigger some talent, that kind of stuff we're thinking, and we are aligned on this thought process. Great. So may I check with my colleagues whether we are good to ask question to audience as well? because we have large audience sitting till the end. We want to engage you as well. Thank you so much for raising hand. So, Karan, you would like to put the question, or you're still getting ready? Okay, here it is. So all of you, you need to go to this website, www.menti.com. Okay, it's not from Mentorship. Okay, it's separate Menti. Please mind the spelling on your phone and enter the code 21489849 and click submit. That's it. I hope all of you are ready. All right. If you're noted the site as well as code, then we can go ahead with the question. And question is very much related to whatever you're discussing. Code is not? Oh, code is not working. Karan, I'll give some more time to work on it otherwise, and we can move to the other questions. All right, no problem. So we have some time to engage all of you. Till that, you can also do some R&D, and you can go to this menti.com. All right, let me go to Soman sir. I think Soman sir has amazing experience in the academic, and I am little closely working with him on a lot of initiatives on industry academic gap bridging. And I would like to understand from you, like, what are the initiatives which you are taking from your own side as well as from institute side to bridge this industry academic gap? And then we'll come back on the main subject as well.
Thank you, sir. As I said that I am always working for Education Institute. And the feedback that I get from all parents and industry also, that there has to be a lot of efforts done for bridging the gap. But first thing, to be very honest, I get the feedback, we are outdated. Okay? I have to accept it that we are outdated. But I worked with Pune University, Shivaji University at various capacities in the academic council, where this syllabus is being drafted. And I'm really happy to say that here's the first platform where I can share other side of the coin. When we design the syllabus, we have got basically three stakeholders. One is definitely our teachers. Second one is our students. And third one is our industry. When the syllabus development process starts, first thing that comes into the mind is definitely the skill set of students. As you know that you are from this computer background, everybody says why you need to have a subject like M1, M2, and M3, which has got highest failure rate. But my dear students, designing a syllabus is like, you can say that it is a building of blocks, right? Where I cannot start without arithmetics, then algebra, then calculus, then differential equations, then maybe discrete mathematics, then maybe your subjects like theory of computations, and then may design of algorithm. So you cannot say that what I am teaching in the arithmetics are outdated. Second thing is that when I am going to teach you something about AC and DC current, then you can move for probably transistors, diodes, and then you can build on the amplifiers or even chips or microprocessors. So some part may look outdated to you, but definitely the end use is oriented towards you. Second important thing is that yes, we have got some structural problems like university, where we cannot change the syllabus every year. This process has to continue for 5 years, and taking the feedback, we can change it. So we have got first problem that is related to our own system. I have to cater to various, you can say, array of industry. Means in my mechanical engineering, I have to cater to manufacturing process, I have to cater to business equipments, I have to cater to electromagnetic area, I have to cater to heat power. So I cannot confine this particular syllabus to a limited entry. Additional to this, third problem is that, which I have also experienced, that you are changing very fast. Okay, your speed is like X, our speed is X by 2. So every year that gap delta is increasing. I don't know how to decrease because I will share a common example with you. I started my computer education in 1984, though I am a chemical engineer. I started with that concept of Pascal, then DBase, Foxbase, Sybase. And I'm really happy to say that whenever I used to take admission for DBase, after getting the degree of that particular program, I get a good news that this is outdated. So your speed is so much that you are making us obsolete every day. It's very difficult to us to understand that how to frame this particular syllabus. No doubt this gap exists and we take the whole onus of that on our side. So gap bridging has to be done from both the sides. We promote so many additional initiatives that yes, we try to give 70% of the syllabus which is rigid and 30% may be open electives which may be catering to your need. And we are also now gradually changing. We are keeping a list of open electives more. I'm vouching this particular on the behalf of our Pro Vice Chancellor, who is always supporting this particular initiatives. And in engineering, yes, definitely we do agree that the rate of obsolescence is very high, specifically in your domain. So we are trying to bridge the gap, but this gap cannot be bridged only by one side. Equal support from other side will be definitely more important to us. If you give us the input that yes, we will not concentrate only on the University of syllabus, Pune syllabus, but we will give you something more and above. And one more social problem that I am telling you that we are definitely providing, you can say, a benchmarking. Imagine an urban area college where all the access to all new technology, all new teachers is there, and compare it with the same university or rural college, where this access may not be possible. Developing the teacher at such a fast tune may not be also possible. So we do agree that you're concerned about us, but this is a humble request that at least understand our background, a concern, dilemma that we also face. And this type of active contribution towards this particular organization, which may be serving the purpose, we can give something other than the syllabus to this, and togetherly we can conquer. Thank you.
Yes. I think very settled way, Soman sir has said that, they are ready as a mentee and, they would like to ensure that, how industry can play this mentor-mentee role and we can move ahead. But just before we go to the comment from Srikanth, I would just like to put the question in parallel for all of you. The first question in terms of, which is important, mentor or mentee, and who has to own the overall responsibility. If you could, put that question, Karan, in parallel, until that even Srikanth also can put his comment. Okay. So who owns the relationship between mentor and mentee? So that is the question. Okay. Please. And meanwhile, Srikanth also can comment. Yeah, go ahead, Srikanth.
Yeah, just on Soman sir's point, right? I agree with your assessment of the situation, but over last few years, I have seen a lot more appreciation of this problem to understand that there is a gap exists from both the side, and it's not about you solve the problem and I will take it. It's like become a more and more a joint, let's solve this problem instead of you solve it, right? And I've seen a lot of academic institute and a lot of companies also coming forward saying that, okay, it's not going to happen by if we say you solve it and I will take the benefit. It's like, let's come together, sit on the table and see how best we can solve it, because this industry is, especially IT industry, is moving at a very fast pace. You mentioned about diploma course. Nowadays, if you enroll to a certain topic, maybe within 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month, that topic will be outdated and new technology will come in. But I've seen it, and I'm engaging with a lot of these institutes for last 2-3 years, and I've seen the marked difference in that one.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Srikanth, on commenting on it. And I think question is on. Okay. So whose responsibility it is to own the overall mentorship process? So please do answer that. Let me go to the next question. Meanwhile, let me ask Angie about overall, what are the different or some of the pitfalls of mentoring program and what to watch out specifically on it in the process, if you could throw some light. I know we are going a little bit in deep in it and would like to understand your answer.
Yeah, sure. So I'll mention three things. The first one, I'll go back to what I ended my last contribution by, is the relationship between the mentor and the mentee. That relationship needs to be facilitated, the beginning of the relationship, through either a formal matching process or a process which I think almost use something like the Ikigai principle, if I understood you correctly. So you have to find a way to determine these two people could be a good match. And then it's up to them to say, yes, we agree, we'll go ahead. So if you don't do that properly, the whole result of the mentoring relationship may not be useful for the participants. So that's the first one to really watch out for. The second one is actually the mentor. What I have experienced very frequently is that mentors approached me and said, yeah, I've had 2 sessions and what do I do now? I don't know, I've asked questions, I've used the tools I know, what do I do now? So mentors actually need a support system. They need to be educated about questioning techniques, active listening, maybe some tools that they can use. And just to give you an example from the association that I'm involved in, we have just designed a mentoring certification program, which will be certified by the European, the EMCC, one of the big coaching federations, because we experienced so many mentors were really not feeling capable to do the mentoring. So that's the second one. The third one is on a very different note, and it comes back to mental health and well-being. One of the experiences that can happen in a mentoring relationship, but also in coaching relationships, is that the mentee shares problems that go beyond what a mentor or a coach can actually deal with or should deal with. In other words, the mentee may reveal mental health or other health problems. And I find it incredibly important in the briefing of the mentors to talk about warning signs of depression, for example, of other health issues, so that the mentor can approach the mentoring program manager to say, this is beyond what I can do. I think this person needs professional help. And that needs to be spoken about very openly, especially in the culture that we have here, where talking about mental health is still not so easy. But I think the mentor need to be given the backup and the support to raise this, and to then pass that relationship on to a person who's professionally educated in this. That's the 3 I would mention now. If you have any others, please. Yeah,
I can just add one more, which I have seen very common. And those of you, again, who are playing the role of a mentor in some context will know this. The biggest challenge for mentors, especially where mentoring is a designed process in an organization, is the mentees tend to become dependent on mentors. Okay? And at least I have been taught that a mentor's most crucial characteristic is to know when to step back. Most mentors get used to the problem-solving process of the mentees, It's almost like a mentee coming with a question, and here is an answer. Coming with a problem, here is an answer. And that can be very, very dangerous. It, in fact, becomes counterproductive. So if you're a mentor, my learning, based on my learning, my advice is just watch out for the dependency attitude of the mentees. I can give you one very quick example. I remember when I was doing my PhD, for 1 year I did nothing after submitting the proposal, etc. And one of those days in the evening when my guide got together, eventually what happens is in the PhD process, the guides actually become your mentors because then you bring in a lot of issues. And I was telling my guide, I said, and I've not been able to do much for 1 year because, I've been busy.
Yeah.
And I've had lots of responsibilities. I work with 7 big clients, etc., etc. He listened to all this. At the end of it, he said, you also have a responsibility towards me, right? And I was forgetting that in this whole relationship as a mentee, my mentor also had a stake, and I have to respect that. So if you're a mentee, respect your mentor's stake in the process, and if you're a mentor, watch out for the attitude of dependency.
Yes, I think very, very important steps which you are talking. And I would like to understand from you, you can go on and talk a little bit more about the overall important factors involved into this mentoring program. And from specific from industry perspective on organization like us, what really we need to take care of some of the important aspect when we launch the mentorship program, run it, and even formal closure. So overall in this structure, how do you see an important factor you would like to just mention about it?
Sure, all right. So I'll probably repeat a few that Angie already talked about. I think from a purely program management point of view, there are 3 factors that I feel are significant. One, time on calendar. If there is no time on calendar, mentoring is not going to happen. Of course, it will happen in cafeteria. It will happen after 6:30 in the evening. You know where it happens. But that's not going to work because that's not going to give you the benefits. That's not going to give you what you want as a company or as a sponsor. So if you are planning to launch a mentoring program, one, it has to be a committed time. There is no 2 ways about it. Second, as you said rightly, Anjay, we need to train those who are getting into this relationship. I can guarantee you from my own experience, and some of you could add, being a mentee is also not easy. I have to learn to be a good mentee so that I can get the best out of the relationship. Similarly, it's bloody tough to be a great mentor because it's a huge responsibility. It's easy to be a manager, it's easy to be a tech lead, it's so difficult to be a mentor. So the second aspect that I find from a program point of view is the training, the education, the sensitization. Even if it means you need to do it as structured as getting certified to learn the tools and techniques, I think that's a significant investment. And the third thing is this whole aspect of feedback, because no matter what organization, at least I have seen a few in my career where they had structured mentoring programs, it's impossible to get it right the first time. It's not a mechanical process, it's a human process. So fundamentally, ensuring that in your program management, you are building a loop, and of course, not to mention or overemphasize the need to protect the confidentiality wherever required, but ensuring that your program is having that feedback loop where you can take feedback and improvise on it. So time on calendar, training of mentors and mentees, and feedback loop, I find are 3 very essential characteristics of building a good mentoring program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And one thing which I would like to add here is the trust between mentor and mentee plays a very, very important role. If you don't have the strong relationship there to share the steps, okay, even something which is really personal, still you should be able to share as a mentee, and even mentor has to identify if something really personal, still he has to feed with that feedback, and then only that relationship becomes successful. All right. Do you have the questions on screen? Karan and my team, if you can help, and I would like to ensure that audience at the even back, they're alert. Okay, here it is. Okay, who owns the relationship in a mentoring process? Oh, mentor 26, mentee 27. Okay, going very, very hard, and it's not very easy to, oh my goodness. So there is answer also. It's mentee, not mentor. Okay, even it goes 27 votes for mentee is the right answer. And ownership perspective, absolutely it goes to mentee and not mentor. If those 26 people in this room, in this hall, if you're feeling that mentor has to own it, no, that is not correct. Mentee has to own it. And that's the way the program will go for a long duration. Okay, we may think from corporate perspective that mentor runs the program, okay, or someone from business runs the program, he is the owner. No, mentee has to own it, mentee has to drive it. Final intention or interest goes to the mentee and not mentor. To make that program successful, mentee has to own it. Let's go to the next question, if possible. Okay, what is the next question? Oh, all right. So there is you need to develop public speaking skills and executive.
The question is, you need to develop a public speaking skills and executive presence. Do you need mentoring, coaching, or training?
All right. Oh. Okay, so anyways, I have the answer. It doesn't mean that my answer is correct. Okay, so a lot of people, you're feeling training is something which is important, but I think each of these parameters plays important role. Training is just a medium, all right? So we should have some medium to get it done. Otherwise, including coaching, yeah, coaching is also equally important. Mentoring overall is important. Okay. Anyway, there is no correct answer here, but all answers are right. Fine. Let me just move on to the next question to Srikanth, because Srikanth, he has added a lot of stuff some time back. How does one seek a mentor, if at all, if I would like to find the mentor, how easy it is, and what are the ways or what are the different parameters I should use to find the mentor, if you could throw some light. And being in HR, I also want to understand from business aspect, so is it restricted to HR? Person should find mentor only from HR, or business person should find mentor from only business, or there is way around as well and go beyond? Your comment, please.
Yes, great question. And I think as Anjay mentioned, and what we just saw over here as well, right? Finding a right mentor is very, very important. At the same time, you can have more than one mentor, because it's not restricted to one mentor. I have not found a perfect mentor so far for everything that I want to get mentor. So it's like your career, you can have a different mentor. If you are in career transition, you could have a different mentor. If you are going through a personal situation, you could have a different mentor. In all this one, what I found is mentee should list down what are his or her career objectives and what are the obstacles he or she is facing in achieving those career objectives or those goals basically, right? That is very, very important for mentee to kind of list down, these are things I want to achieve. And I'll give you my personal example. I mentioned that I recently went through my 6 months mentoring process. I did exactly that. Okay, what I want to achieve from my mentoring, list down clearly. The next step I did is to list down what help I need from other people. It is important to acknowledge that we need help and what kind of help is required. The next step is to how do you kind of define what you are expecting from your mentor, right? It is very, very important because mentor may have a different expectation, but what is your expectation from mentor so that mentor understand how to coach, how to guide you, how to give your mentoring session to you. And then you can either, if you have in an organization, if you have your network whom you think that can be a good mentor to you, more importantly, someone who is committed to spend time with you, as Vishwanath mentioned, right, time in the calendar is important. It's not in a coffee room or coffee table or post 6:30 discussion. Is your mentor that you are expecting ready to commit time in the month, at least some minimum time in a month, over a period of say 6 months or till the time the goals are achieved? I think once you do that one, you can go for selecting those mentor, one or more mentor, depending upon what you want to achieve.
Can I add
Yeah,
something?
please go ahead.
So, totally agree with what Shrikant has said. I just want to add one thing. I think it's also possible to encourage employees to approach people whom they would like to be mentored by. They may have to accept if that person says, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do it because I've got too much on my plate already. But they should have that possibility, because sometimes they have a pretty good feeling who would be able to help them.
All right. I think that reminds me, I was reading somewhere, and when it comes to, who plays what role at times, it's really difficult. And while reading, I just come across about the Tendulkar, I know, our favorite hero anyways. And he was out of form sometime in his career. And then he reached out to multiple people to seek help. And it was very difficult to know even from his coach, what is going wrong. And then he realized most of the time, he was focusing on the, specifically talking about it's a game of subconscious mind versus, conscious mind. And in his conscious mind, he was always thinking about bowling when he was in good form. But during his, when he was out of form, he started thinking about his batting. Okay, batting anyways he can do natural game, but he missed the important aspect of the bowling, which is equally important when it comes to the form. And when he realized that, again he was back of the form. So who is your mentor? At what time you are finding which person plays very, very important role. All right. So let me just ask another question. I know we are running short of time. Let me go back to the Soman sir. What are your views? We were talking about industry academic gap and how to bridge it. Do you have any specific idea how we can leverage platform like this or framework like this, mentorship framework? Do you have any specific thoughts how we can get things done? I keep hearing about something from your colleagues. You people are working on something on the mentorship as well. But would like to hear from you, what you people are thinking about it.
Thank you, Bali sir. As he rightly said that we are already working on this particular exercise. To give us some background, that you must have visited so many institutes. You were called to give motivational speech, okay? A lot of students you must have briefed, really enthralled the audience. Ultimately, it was 1 on 500 people, 1 on 200 students. I did this particular exercise for a number of years. Right from Leela Poonawala, Aga, I got everybody on the college. Because idea was that how to portray the idol to students. And definitely it served the purpose. But recently we discovered one more thing, that the retention type of that particular was really less than 15 days. And it always happened only in one direction. That you give a lot of inputs, they are definitely motivated for that particular instance of time. I don't want to downplay your activities, but definitely it happens. So in a way it becomes event. And we realize that we need to nurture and initiate one process. So when I discuss with a lot of friends who are already having experience of 30 years, they also into this particular business profession, they are entrepreneurs or they are very good professionals. They have seen lots of ups and downs of the industry. They have navigated from one profession to another profession, but definitely into engineering. And I exchanged this particular problem with them, and they said that, yes, somebody has to do on this. And I said that you have got such a pulse of wisdom with you about business, entrepreneurship, and even going ups and downs of the business. And it's time for you to give back to society. So we said that, yes, only arranging this particular session and seminar is not going to help. That came to the conceptualization stage. Can we take this as a mentorship? And we developed some model that, one of the example, I don't want to disclose all the thing, but yes, it will be a 1-year program. It will be 1 mentor, 9 students. It will be 12 interactions. And activities are planned in such a way, thanks to all the team, all my mentors who contributed to this. One of the activities is such that if you are having this conference room, next time I will see my 1 mentor with 9 mentees attending this session. I would love to see that they are visiting some exhibition like Constro or even auto exhibition together. So we tried to bring it out of the classroom. We designed all the activities in such a way that it should not be oriented towards classroom, because students are really bored with the classroom. They have got 40 subjects into 60 hours. We don't want to bring them over there. And your experience that you have got means, I will tell you a small example, that I am from mechanical background, chemical background, and we did some prototyping of this mentorship program. When I sent 1 student to this particular general manager of Thermax, okay, he gave them a small project. The project was related to heat exchanger. And when students conceptualize it, that he said, first said you go to drawing board. Immediately there, afterwards you go and learn some principles of heat transfer, go for the subjects like design, and ultimately to project management. It happened so that that small prototype group could recollect that all these subjects are being taught to me, but it is not properly put in a format where cross-functional disciplines are integrated by you people. My teacher is definitely failure in that area because he could not envisage that, you can say, whole platform only. But coming from your side, and it provided us small projects. Even we put some activities like developing a small habit. Or some activities like that. We are planning to have 12 activities. It is thought that a person, an individual should be seen as a whole engineer. Okay, not only as a technical person. So I am really happy that we are conceptualizing at least this thing. And really amazing response from all teachers and all the industry fraternity who is quite eager to join this particular program. And I feel that you are the real torchbearer. You can navigate them through, as Sud sir was saying, that we started with Python and Japanese in 2016. And everybody was claiming, what is this? Is this a school of arts? Why Japanese? But a person from you, horse's mouth coming in, yes, you need to have 1 foreign language. You need to have a new frontier of technology to be learned. What I say and what teachers say may not mind, but what you say may be more important. Because your role will be like creating, yes, their parent has given them a birth from heaven to earth, but you can take them again back to heaven. So your role I can see as a different way. I am saying that I am giving you 9 keystones and you convert them into, you can say, Navagraha. Thank you.
Wow, amazing thought. Thank you so much for sharing it. And, in fact, I had a question for the audience whether mentorship should be one-on-one or in group. But you address it, without asking the question itself, that we should not restrict it to one-on-one, but that can go to the group. All right. Okay, I think people answered question as well. All right, I think that can go both. Thank you so much for the questions. I'm a little watchful on the time, and we are running short of time. There are some other stuffs also scheduled, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions, even audience, you may have. And we have networking dinner as well. So you can grab the panelist there and ask if you have any specific question. In fact, I had by design to get few questions from audience, but I would like to skip that for interest of time. And I will, yeah, so maybe, should we take one question? Anybody can help me with mic? One question, anybody would like to ask, or we are good to go ahead? Okay, fine, we'll move ahead. No problem. So it was amazing discussion, from Vish, Shrikant, Angie, and Soman sir. Fantastic learning. Thank you so much, for sparing time on this platform of HRIA and Keystone Partnership. And this is just beginning. As sir mentioned, something which is launching. So I'm sure we have a lot of opportunities to move ahead in this direction. And we have a lot of collaboration. And we'll have a separate session on industry academic gap, because that is something which is, Shrikant is also very keen to talk about it. That is my favorite subject as well. And whatever happens, whatever which I do, where I guide more than 50,000 people, and most of them are from academics, okay? And that's the reason it's a little close to heart. Thank you so much once again, my panelists, and thank you so much for lovely audience. I will take a pause here and back to the host or anchor. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, may I call Sonani sir on the dais?
Sir, please wait. I will introduce the chief guest and then we will do the felicitation. Will that be all right? Yes. So before, may I ask all the dignitaries to please take a seat here. Before we go ahead, I acknowledge the presence of all our eminent guests. Our honorable chief guest for today's event, Pro Vice Chancellor of Saraswati Bai Phule Pune University. Sorry, I am so sorry. Savitri Bai Phule Pune University. Mr. Sanjeev Sonavne, in spite of his busy schedule, has graciously agreed to be present on the occasion. I am profoundly delighted to take this opportunity to introduce the chief guest for the event. Sir, your passion for education is well known, and also your pragmatic approach and innovation in education. You are the Pro Vice Chancellor for Savitri Bai Phule Pune University, also Director, School of Education of SPPU Pune, also ex-Dean, Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies of SPPU Pune, ex-Director, School of Open Learning, SPPU Pune. With total experience of 36 plus years, you have supervised 7 PhD and 6 are working. Also, 22 MPhils and 2 are working. Your publications include 18 books, 21 presentations, proceedings, conferences, and seminars. From the awards and scholarships you have received, you have been awarded the NCPE DP Mindtree Helen Keller National Award in 2012, and also Award for Eminence from IATE in 2019. And the scholarships you have received is from Lanus Pame Teacher Exchange Scholarship in 2004 and 2010 by Government of Sweden. We welcome you, sir, for this event. May I now request Soman sir to please welcome and felicitate today's guest, Sonavne sir. A big round of applause for the welcome. Sir, Sonavane sir, I request you to please felicitate the panelists. We will first go with Dr. Joshi. Shrikant sir. Ante ma'am. Baliram sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the felicitation. I request all the panelists. As a panelist, I request Sonavane sir to please felicitate Soman sir. HRIA committee members, please come ahead. Request all the panelists and the chief guest to please take your seat in the audience. Thank you all panelists for the wonderful discussion that you had on mentorship connecting the dots. The industrial mentorship program as an innovation was put forward in 2021. This particular program was deliberated, discussed and brainstormed with all the stakeholders, industry personnel, alumni, and teaching fraternities of Keystone School of Engineering. I am very happy and proud to introduce Manish Bhave sir. He took keen interest in this program and supported us in conceptualizing this and formatting the industrial mentorship program. I request Manish Bhave sir to please come forward and share about all the industrial mentorship program. Sir, please.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's amazing for this spot because, you know, on one hand, you're just coming out of a wonderful session talking about the human aspects of mentoring, etc. And on the other hand, I can see all eyes just concentrating at the back, maybe when the starters are going to be served and when they'll go for the drink of their choice. We also are a bit late, so we'll make it quick so that everyone's happy at the end of the day. So this, and then we can go for the slides, please. So we started conceptualizing this entire program a couple of years ago. And we were looking at multiple dimensions. So this could be about, you know, what other institutes are doing, what is that uniqueness which we want to bring onto the table, how much weightage we want to give to the mentors, how much we want to give it to the mentees, what should be the selection criteria of the mentors and the mentees, etc. And then we realized that on one hand, that's pretty common, what everyone is doing. But we also realize it's extremely important to look at that student segment which we are trying to address. And I just have a couple of points for today. So this is what we thought is more like a student profile. And we looked at two different dimensions. One is a student profile of anybody who is a part of, let's say, the top 4, top 5 engineering institutes in Pune or in the urban space, as opposed to a student profile in, let's say, Keystone, the addressable audience which we call. What we observe is the student profile previously is most of them, and I belong to that first category. I'm extremely fortunate to be born in Pune, a city which has rich culture, great importance for education, extremely happy to be a part of the family which has great values and great importance for education. Professor Soman is my cousin. We all come from a family where a master's degree is a bare minimum. So, being an engineer for me was like a nobody. When I did my MBA, I was somebody. And then I thought, unless I do my PhD, again, I don't know where I'll be. But that's where, these people come from a highly educated family. They're exposed to a great, tech-savvy world. Know, a lot of languages as they're learning, proficient in English. And I won't say it's a surprise now. At least I can guarantee that these are the kind of students where within their closest family, they'll have at least a couple of them who are in some foreign countries and exposed to more, foreign material and foreign content than as opposed to what you'll find locally. They also have high confidence, great reach. And what's more important is, what if, they don't get a job at the end of the engineering? There are multiple options. It could be something like they're pursuing higher studies, or they may have a good amount of funding and capital for someone to help them to start a business. And nothing wrong in that, but that's a fact. On the other hand, if we see a particular student or a typical student at Keystone, and this was a great learning for me because Professor Soman, he eats, breathes, Keystone every day. So he has his own perspective. I, on the contrary, as an outsider, it helps me a lot to look at it from a different lens. Now, if you see a student profile at Keystone, these are the people who are coming from, not from the urban areas, either semi-urban or rural. Family backgrounds are not that great. Limited social clout, limited exposure. What's very important is, for many of them, their mothers may not be educated, and that's, I think, a great blessing which I have or many of us have, because if the mother is educated, then, deal done. But this is where it makes a lot of difference. They are introverts by design. And what shocked me is, we were talking to some of the students, and then we realized what worse can happen. So when I was talking to one of the student candidate, the pressure was that what if she doesn't get a job at the end of the last year examination? And I was like, oh, you may want to do some kind of a certification, and you may want to upskill yourself. And the answer I got is, no, maybe I'll just get a month. If I don't get a job, maybe they'll force me to get married. So this is where, we see the fact of, what the student profile is. And then, if you can go on to the next slide, please. So in fact, we had a fishbowl at the start, and it was there at the entrance. Somehow we missed it. We had created around about 40 odd anecdotes of students to say what's there in their mind. It's like the first experience of the primary data. These are some of the anecdotes which we considered while we designed this particular program to say, just to take an example, I'm very good in academics. Does it guarantee that I'll be able to have a good starting salary after college? Or why do I need to do a job only? Can't I learn well? Or if I start a business, will business be a big risk after college? How will I know about it? And there are so many. But the idea was to take these anecdotes, to take these primary factual inputs, and then design a course. What we also realized is, for maybe the top colleges, a mentorship program could be like a 3 months crash course or a 6 months. But for Keystone, that has to be a year, because it's going to take time. It's going to be building a strong foundation and then going it upwards for the uplift. It's not going to be solved in 3 months or 6 months. So that's where we designed this program. What I would do is, in the interest of time, we have got two things. One is I will request Vibhangi to come and talk about some of the specifics of the program. And the second is we are extremely proud that at Keystone, the students, the last year students have built a portal, a web portal, which will be used to drive the entire mentorship program. So it's a grounds up, homegrown application. And we have invited the students here to talk about the program. So thank you so much. It was amazing. And I really thank you all for being here. I thank the panel for such an amazing conversation and some great words of wisdom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manish sir. It was indeed quite eye-opening. The industries and the institutes must go hand in hand. We at Keystone are very fortunate to have connected with you all distinguished personalities. Our philosophy for the Industrial Mentorship Program is to get active participation from mentors and the mentees. And the mentor's time is precious, is most important. I am assigned only for coordinating all the activities related to the mentorship program, and in short, I am the facilitator of the program. So these are some of the suggested activities which we are planning that the mentors will be having an interaction with the students on. Now, let me give a heads up, as already Soman sir has told here when the panel discussion was going on. In this mentorship program continues for 1 complete year. In this, the mentors are given 9 mentees, and they meet once a month for around 1+ hour, as per the convenience of the mentor, as per the convenient time and place for the mentor. And in this, what the mentor and mentees are having conversation about, we are having some suggested activities for it. And also, we are having a software developed. In this, all the activities will be monitored, as in the assignments given by the mentors or the assignments completed by the mentors. And yes, I have not missed out anything from this. And we have now the students of our college who have developed a software. I now call upon the students here to introduce themselves and also the software that they have made. Please come. I have Rishikesh from our college, and he will be introducing the students and whatever they have done.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, everyone. My name is Rishikesh Ambike. I would like to introduce myself and the colleagues I am here with. I am a final year student of Computer Branch from Keystone School of Engineering. I gladly share with you all that I have already acquired offer letters from 3 different companies, which is TCS, Tech Mahindra, and NTT Data. Also, thank you. Also, currently I am doing an internship at Trackyard Solutions. My colleague, Mr. Rahat Sayyed, who is also a final year student with me in Computer Branch. And he's also been placed in NTT Data and Tech Mahindra. Akash Malekar, also from Computer Branch, final year student. He's acquired offer letter from TCS. Ms. Sonu Datta from ENTC branch final year. She has offer letters from TCS. Also, she's currently doing an internship at Nor Bramse. Mr. Varun Singh, a 3rd year student working as a full stack developer at Ajira Technologies. Ms. Vaibhavi Hole, a 2nd year student working as a full stack developer. Also, she owns a startup called Read to Code. So thank you, everyone. Yes, I would like to hand over to Akash now.
Hello. So thank you, Rushikesh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Akash Malekar, and I am a web developer and last year student from Keystone School of Engineering. I'm here with my team, Rahat, Rushikesh, Vaibhavi, Varun, and Sonu. And I'm proud to be standing here to impart you all with a short glimpse that we have developed a digital portal for this industrial mentorship program. The objective for providing this digital platform to provide a digital platform to all these members involved throughout this industrial mentorship program with a single source of collaboration. With the gob of efforts of 4 months, 620 hours of development, we have successfully developed this digital platform. Yeah, thank you. In this duration, we have gone over 6+ sprint to improve the features and the splendid user experience for this IMP program. We build and design this digital platform using Munstack technology. As Munstack postulating faster application development and used by many developers worldwide, our team has decided to go for this web development technology. There will be 4 personas included throughout the program: administrator, mentors, mentees, and student coordinator. There will be 10 modules included in this program. The software will enable mentor-mentees pre-imminent interactions, notification provider support, of course the responsive web applications, and many more features. Now, I'm very excited to give you a glance run throughout the program, but due to the statute of the time limitations, we will just go through some of the models. First of all, we have the administration section, which will enable the monitoring and overview of that mentors and with their respective teams. The team management, which will enable the oversight of this respective mentors group. Of course, the calendar section, which will give the overview of the latest meetups and the events. Various engagement throughout this industrial mentorship program. Assignment submissions, measurement over the various parameters of the mentors group, and digital dashboard, which will enable the final overview and the extreme flexibility to the mentors to monitor the respective mentors group. Now we will go through the mentors admittance part. First of all, mentor will create his profile using profile management section. Succeeding, he will be able to schedule the meeting. Once the meeting will created, all the students under that mentors group and institute will notify by the notification provider. And all these procedures are under the institutional supervision. These are some code snippets that I would like to share, which will give the route for this overall program. Thank you so much. Now I would like to hand over one of my team members, Sonu Datta, for the further run through. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akash. Hello everyone, my name is Sonu Datta. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about 2 things. First is the dashboard. Currently we have 15 built-in dashboard across multiple personas. These dashboards are divided into multiple sections. Starting with the dashboard, we have first mentor dashboard. In this dashboard, we have, this will provide information such as engagement, uploads, session analytics, student performance, activity, and many more. The next we have is institute dashboard. In this dashboard, we have, it will provide overview of mentor, mentee, as well as group performance. It will also create a word cloud for all the important, interesting technologies and tools included in our program activity. We believe that this dashboard will be an invaluable tool for both mentors and mentee, along with the institute. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the future plan of our project. In this, now I would like to give you a brief analysis of the functionalities and features that we will implement to make this app the best version. We will also incorporate with the cutting technologies like machine learning and artificial intelligence to make this app a better version, and also to enhance user experience, and also to have, we will also create some chatbot as well as scoring model for to make this app more interesting, and also to give the performance of individual as well as groups. We'll also have a voice to text feature, which will help to analyze the performance of individual as well as group. Next we have is collaboration. Finally, with this app will be a collaboration between mentors and mentee, so that will not require any other collaboration tool. Finally, I would like to thank you all for your valuable time. I would like to hand over now.
My dear audience, wasn't it a lovely presentation? If yes, I want to hear a big round of applause. मुझे पता है सब लोगों को भूख लगी है, लेकिन जोर से तालियां हो जाएंगी, स्टूडेंट्स का हौसला बढ़ेगा. Thank you so much. In the past 1 year, I visited, met and gave presentations for the industrial mentorship program to many people from many industries. And those who agreed upon are here on the platform to be the mentor in this industrial mentorship program. And the Institute feels proud to get associated with these mentors and acknowledges and appreciates their time and energy given to this program. I now call upon all the mentors on the stage for launching of the Industrial Mentorship Program. In the alphabetical order, I call Ajay Sir, Ajay Kavde Sir, Alok Grover Sir, Ajay Sir, please come on the stage. I request the chief guest of today's function, Sonawane Sir, to please felicitate the mentor of our industrial mentorship program, one of the mentors. Audience, a big round of applause. The screen here. A warm welcome, sir. Thank you. Ma'am, please introduce yourself.
Probably just 2 words. I'm the newest member of this mentorship program. I've just joined today. My brief experience, about 22 years of experience with companies like LTI, Mindtree, Wipro, Cognizant. And primarily, I'm also founder of Eco IT Con, which is India's first and only community focusing on digital sustainability and sustainable IT, focusing primarily on how do you reduce the carbon footprint that is led by hardware and software technologies. So that's a quick, brief intro about myself. Yeah, and right now I'm heading the transformation office for our LTI Mindtree as Associate Vice President. Thank you.
That's really good. Sir, please stay back. We will be now launching the mentorship program. Sir, I request to please stay back. I request all the mentors to please come here on the stage. And we will be launching the industrial mentorship program. All the mentors, audience, please give a big round of applause for all our mentors who have taken out their time from their busy schedule and they are here. Joshi ma'am, you are also invited, please. I request the chief guest of today's function to please come ahead with all the mentors and the panelists and join hands for cutting the cake with the spelling mentor. And with this, we launch the program, the Industrial Mentorship Program. A big round of applause, my dear audience. So now here we'll launch the Industrial Mentorship Program of Keystone School of Engineering. Amazing. Thank you so much. I request the chief guest of today's function, Sonawane sir, to please come and enlighten us with your pearls of wisdom.
Namaskar and good evening. Initially, making this evening very fruitful, not only for one area, but also collaborating in industry and academia together. For that purpose, I congratulate Keystone Parivar family and Soman sir and his team at the initially. In the education field, now the new education policy is coming. And just now, when the panel discussion was going on, at that time, there was so many questions came out and the solutions also there. One of the important thing is that the connecting dots means the industry and the academia, how to join it. And I think for that purpose, this platform will play a very successful role to have a platform, the industry people, those who want to contribute, to have a future HR. This will be one of the way and model will come out. Another thing is that this new education policy is giving an opportunity to everyone. We have one opportunity that just now the University Grant Commission had introduced a professor of practice who are from 15 years spent their life in the industry, having a live experience of a industry, can now become a professor in the education field, in the university or in the colleges. So without any qualification, he may be ITI, but having excellent experience of industry, they can become now the professor. So the new India is coming out with the new education policy that very practically what to be happen, what to be done to make this nation at a top. What are the priorities of the nation? Identifying that priorities. I think this new education policy is filling out this gap between the industry and academia. Industry and academia collaboration is very vital for the new creation, innovation, new copyrights, intellectual property rights, and solving the problems of the society. We in the higher education always have 4 objectives. One is creation of knowledge. Another one is the storage of knowledge. Third one is the dissemination. And fourth one is what to do with this knowledge, which is created to the research and we stored for the next generation or other researchers. The creation of wealth and using this wealth for the betterment of the humankind and establishing a social justice and peace and making this earth beautiful. For that purpose, I think the industry and academia coming together, it's very vital. Again, I'm saying that the new education policy is giving lots of opportunities in this line. Just now, the Soman sir, when he said in the panel discussion that the university syllabus is changing after 3 years, 4 years, and that's one of the obstacles. But now, Soman sir, this new education policy is not an obstacle. It gives you an opportunity to do a light but tight, which the structure is there, but you can play a game in that. You can create your own syllabi, add-on curricula. University is for the masses, but the Keystone wants to have a very specific engineering curricula. They can go for it for the extra credits, and you can raise the capability of your own and raising the value of your own graduates. Another thing is that the shifting from a content-based education to a competency-based education is the base of new education policy. This new education policy will be implemented from 23-24 onward. And one interesting thing in this is that the capability building is the base. And for that purpose, I think you are starting your mentorship in the third year. Why not you are starting in the first year at a small level? And you should have a co-centric approach. At the first semester, it will be a small circle, but as the semester grows or years goes on, your circle of mentoring can become a wider and wider, so that the grooming of a human along with the topmost technician you can create through that process. See, we have developed I am from teacher education and developing teacher for the nation. We have developed a semester-wise competency-based rubrics. Every semester we monitor that, whether which teacher we want to intended to develop, whether it is developing that competencies or not. Why not you are developing this type of competency and its level, which will be monitored every semester. I think at that time when the feedback comes, the mentor's role will come out. The mentor's role, at the first, I think in the discussion, one point was very vital, that when to intervene in the mentee's life by the mentor. I think first thing is that understanding the life of mentee by the mentor is very important. And at that time, initially, mentor should emphasize on mentee, you are your mentor. When the limitations are there, then the mentor's role will start. Unless the confidence of developing himself by the mentee, when we have a spoon feeding, that should not be there. And that's why we need a reverse education approach. Reverse education approach means the mentee can do on his own, let him do. And whenever there is a limitation of a mentee, identify it, and then there is a facilitation, not a support, not a spoon feeding, not taking on the shoulder, but only the supporters facilitate him or her to develop his or own. Because the global problem in the education field is that how to ascertain a learning has been happened there. Another thing is that whether engaging the learner into learning is the second challenge. Engaging learner into the learning. I don't know. I am teaching. I am mentoring. Whether the learner is absorbing it is not, and changing himself, whatever may be the target or achievement or the decided objectives, outcomes to become. So for that purpose, there are very simple things are coming, making education very simple due to the new education policy. Why I am emphasizing on new education policy, because we at the university level, at the college level, or the University Grant Commission level, or AICT and everything, lots of things are discussions are going on, how this restructuring of professional education, also the traditional education, to be restructured. And in this, the internship program, life experiences, linking education to the life, and finding the ability of a student, making the value of graduates great, which will be level to the global level. And that's the challenges. That's why within the last 2 days, we have another decision that the India is welcoming the first 100 topmost university to open their campuses here, so that we will have a healthy competition, raising the quality of our in-house education, along with the collaboration with the foreign universities and all these things. I hope at the end, I again congratulate Keystone and Soman sir for having excellent, which is the timely needed program and the platform available for the industry, and also the upcoming the engineering graduates, which the nation is waiting for them to absorb into the industry, so that the gap between the gestation period between the graduate and actual the industry expecting the human resources will become a zero. So thanks for giving me opportunity to interact with you. Again, wishing best that after 1 year, I think this mentoring had one of the aspect of feedback. I think after 1 year, Soman sir, you also take that this the mentoring program's feedback. What can be excelling features to be added in that? Wishing best, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful speech, and a lot of things enlightened to us through this. And getting some insights from what is going on at the other side of the government side, as well as the education system, is what we get to know over here. And I'm glad that Keystone Engineering has been a part of this, and we, as an HRIA, always have that learn, share, and connect. So that really goes well with Keystone Engineering and HRI as a collaboration. Thank you, everyone. So I would like to call all the HRI committee members over here. So now, sir, I would like to felicitate Dr. Sanjeev Sonawne, sir. The core committee of HRI members, please come on the dais. Okay, so we are coming at the end of the session now, almost. I would like to felicitate all our panelists. I hope you all guys enjoyed the session. I cannot hear you guys. The backbenchers, they always make the most of the noise. I cannot hear here. Is it yes? Yes. Thank you. Okay, great. So I would like to call upon Shrikant sir and Vrinda Chitnis, who was one of our past presidents for HRI, to felicitate Shrikant. Vrinda Chitnis has come from Mumbai all along to attend this session. A round of applause for all of us. I would like to call upon Sandeep Pingle, one of our directors of HRI, and Vishwanath sir. I'd like to call upon Anjay and Niloy. I would like to call upon Karan and Soman sir, without whose support this function would have been not possible. I'd like to call upon Dhara and our moderator, Baliram. He has done a wonderful job today for moderating the whole session. Cool. Thank you all. I would like to call upon... Huh? Yes, yes. Yeah. I would like to call upon Mr. Soman, sir, to speak a few words about the whole session. Yes, and propose the vote of thanks as well.
I know we are running. Hello. A lovely wine and dining wedding, and this person is in between. I don't want that to happen, but definitely one particular gesture which is definitely thanking a lots of people who have contributed to making this particular event very successful. I really don't know whether I am a panelist, whether I am a driver, whether I am there to propose a vote of thanks. But I feel that being a part of this particular program, it was a great honor for us. It is a really great gratitude. First thing is that when this program was particularly conceptualized and we took it to your panel members, okay, sir, this is our thought process. Instantly their reaction was very positive. Why should not have it on a bigger scale? We were actually there for discussing this particular issue. On behalf of Keystone, I am really thankful to this. Big thanks to Shrikant. First thing is that, yes, this panel members, specifically HR Association Pune chapter, they took this subject very positively and took it to next level. Very big thanks to Sachin sir. I want you to clap because it will motivate them for future to organize this type of events. Abhijit Puri sir, I want a bigger claps. Swati Dogra, Karan Rajpal, Nilay Bakshi, Sandeep Ingre, Dhara Shah, Ashwin sir, and Bairam sir. So without support of this, all of them are very positive. We do a lot of events, but we definitely lose this type of finishing. We need to be mentored from you. I can see that with some Google meetings, with some messages, and a meticulous planning, they have executed this program. A big thank you from all Keystone family, sir. I'm really thankful to, I cannot say without Chitnis, sir. Sir, please. I met him 2 minutes before. He was there to say, yes, your product is very interesting, and you should talk to me afterwards. So this is a success of program, okay? Because when a person like you appreciates it, definitely it gives us a lot of flush and blush. Thank you for coming from Mumbai to attend this particular event. Big round of applause to him. I am really thankful to Manish. Manish always says that I am your brother, but conceptualizing a program to have endless meetings and discussion about this mentorship. I want Sachin sir to please come and felicitate Manish. घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर होती है वैसा वो मेरा भाई हो गया था. So I could understand how much value he can add at the program. I'm really thankful to next person, Bhushan. Bairam, can you do the honors? All these arrangements basically done by one person, 24 media, Bhushan Joshi, who has organized this event very fantastic way. I'm really thankful to Crown Plaza management over here. I must mention one particular name, that is our Sood sir, whose guidance to us is always very positive. A new beginning to this, Vibhangi ma'am. When she joined us 1 year before, we started conceptualizing this program. I said, Madam, this is 1 year for your gestation, and today you are being launched. So a lot of student community and mentors are waiting for your positive thing. As Sonawane sir said, we want your report every year, what happened. And I don't want to give promises. I want delivery. I don't want to cheat anybody saying that I launch a program and it is your responsibility to prove it. It was not being launched. But Keystone should be known by mentorship program. That is a positive commitment I want from your side. Last thing is that this Crown Plaza Hotel, who has extended all the support to us. Most important, panelist. Panelist has given us the real vision. Shrikant sir, Vishwanath sir, and Jay. And I must congratulate myself also. I could contribute in 1 or 2 questions. So give us a big hand. There is nothing to stop from that. There are lots of invisible hands contributing to success of the event. Basically, our non-teaching staff members, other members who are working over here, mic, audio, all these systems. Give them a big hand because I cannot name everybody. Sonavane sir, who was here from Pune University, always our mentor. Sir, we definitely appreciate your presence and expect all this type of extension as always. And I cannot finish without thanking all the delegates. Basically, they may be from HRI, they may be from industry, all the mentors who has accepted our invitation and really positive to share this particular. I cannot finish without the appeal that yes, this mentorship program is for those who want to give back to the society. Be a mentor if possible. That will be my appeal. If at all I could get 10, 15 mentors, I think that it will be a great platform for you to change the life of 8, 9 students in the future. So be positive for this particular noble cause. I'm really thankful to Almighty God for giving me energy and courage to execute this particular program. I'm thanking to Him. Once again, thank you for attending and enjoy your wine and dinner. And thank you from Keystone School of Engineering.
Suman sir, thank you so much for the vote of thanks. My dear audience, we, the Keystone people, have distributed some gifts and we missed out some people at the entrance. So those who we missed out, can you please go while going or now, if you can please collect your eco-friendly gifts, that would be really a big honor for us. And do visit our college. It's a lovely place. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time.
Okay, guys, just for 1 minute last, I would like to call upon all the panelists and our key sponsors, HRI committee on the stage to take a group pic. And once this is done, all the audience, all the members who have come here tonight to witness this such a lovely inauguration of the program, please come forward for a group picture. These are memories that we create. And tomorrow we know that when such a program has been launched in a bigger manner, we will proudly say that, yes, we were a part of it. Please come forward for a group picture. And after this, the drinks counter as well as the dinner counter is waiting for all of you guys. Guys, please come forward.